Hello everyone. So today in this episode of the top-down series, I'm gonna work on this improve this target line. So as you can see here, now if I'm not actively aiming, the target line disappears, and if I start actively aiming, the target line that shows the uh, clear line from the reticle from the nozzle to the location that I am targeting shows. And this is now enabled for NPCs as well. So here, once NPCs start shooting at me, you can see a line. So this is helpful in a top-down mode to see that if they can actually hit me. And in any case, if they move away from my line of sight, you can still see their target line. And also once they stop actively aiming at me, the line disappears. So yeah, this is what we are going to work on today. See, it's very helpful for me to see where I can actually hit enemies. Now someone is aiming from here as well. Alright, so this is what we are going to work on. And before we get started, let me remind you that you can download the project files of this project and all other thousands of projects I have done in my channel from the Patreon page. Once you become a member, you can access everything without any limits. So here is the full playlist of the top-down shooter series, and here is the full playlist of the third-person shooter series. And as a reminder, this top-down project is implemented on top of everything we built on this third-person shooter series. So everything is shared, publicly available, all the tutorials that explains all the things I have done here, so you can follow these steps and implement everything by yourself. Alright, now let's get started with today's episode. So the first thing I want to address is here, when I equip the weapon in the third person mode, it works fine. But if I switch to when I start the game in the top down mode, it works fine. But if I switch to third person mode, here, see, I have the target line, which is not something I want to have in the third person view. So I need to disable that. So for that, here in the BP gun, I add this target line drawer. I call this a target line drawer here. This is for player, but here we are not considering the fact that if we are in the third person mode or the top down mode. So first thing is I remove it from here and move it to the front. So here, now by doing this, I will be enabling this for the NPCs as well, but that is fine. I want to do that too. So first, let's fix this. Let's make it not appear in the third person mode. Alright, so here we have this get player controller, and from this we can get current game mode. We can run a switch based on the game mode. If it is third person, we don't need to do anything, but if it is top down, we need to create this widget. Okay, now here, if I play the game in third person mode, see, it's not appearing for the player. But if I switch to top down mode, we do have. Okay, and also you can see the enemy resources have the line even though they are not currently actively at targeting the player. So we need to disable that. So I only want to draw this line only when player or NPCs actively targeting or trying to short. So for that, here, instead of adding this to the viewport here, I'll promote this to a variable. Let's call it WBP target line. And then I'll add a function, toggle target line as the input, enable. And yeah, have a branch. If this is true, we need to add this to viewport. But before doing any of this, we need to make sure we have a valid target line. So I'll do a validated get here. Then only we'll do this. So if it is true, I'll get the target line, add to viewport. And if it is false, remove from parent. Okay. Now we have another event here called set reticle mode. Here, this one. So reticle mode. So here what I'm doing is I pass in this not aiming or soft aiming. These parameters I pass them. So I think instead of calling this reticle mode, because now we have a target line as well, which is not reticle, but it is kind of reticle if we consider the third person mode, but it's not consistent. So I'll change this. Instead of reticle, I'll rename this set aiming mode or set gun aiming mode. So here, yeah, this is also called reticle mode. Maybe I should, well, this enumerator should also be renamed to match aiming mode. Where did I implement that? Reticle mode. It should be in a separate folder, but I I had some bad practices in the future in the past. So what to do? E and okay. Maybe we should do a separate project to clean this up, clean all the mess I have done. But for now, this is fine. Okay. So now I'm in mode. Oh, okay, all good. Now here, let me collapse this. I'm in mode. And this is one part. This is for the set a sequence. This is for the vertical. We need another part for the target line. So let's get the target line. Well, get that. Toggle target line. And this should be selected based on the aiming mode. If it is not aiming, obviously we need to disable this. But if we soft aiming or aiming, we need to enable this. Alright, now let's see. Oh, we have errors because of the rename, I think. That's the other one. What was here before? Damn it, we need to set it to not damn it. Okay. Set aiming mode. No. Set aiming. This is gun. Set gun aiming mode. Do not damn it. Okay. Right, now let's see. Yeah, once we equip, we don't have the line, but still the character is in the aiming mode, which is not correct. Don't get it. Alright, let's check the place where we call. Alright, here. Okay. Aiming mode would be aiming. See. Yeah, now it is working. But the only thing is here, first time when I equip the weapon, I should not get this full reticle. So I think here in the gun UI, instead of calling this update reticle, let's set gun reticle, set gun aiming mode to not aiming. Wait, what happens if I press shoot directly? Oh, nothing. Okay, now it's fine. When I equip, I don't have the line, but if I try to shoot, I get the line. Alright, and yeah, did you see? I got the line for enemies as well. Got the line. Red line until here, black when I break the line of sight, or when they don't have a target, clear target towards me. So yeah, now they have. So yeah, it's working. And when they don't shoot, I don't get it. I don't get the target line, which is cool. We don't have it that all the time. Okay, so this is exactly the way it needs to happen. Perhaps we should change a little bit the appearance of the target line for the NPCs. Maybe, yeah. This is thickness of the black line. And this is thickness of the red line. I'll promote this to a variable. Red line thickness. And instead of calling this red line, let's call this some meaningful name that explains its purpose. Here, target thickness. When the target is clear, we have this thickness. So by default, it's 3. I'll make it instance editable and expose on spawn. Then here, at target line drawer, file, refresh. So here we have this. So we can get a reference to the character here. This player. We can check if it is a player. Now, if yes, let's select this float. If it is true, I'll keep 3, otherwise I'll keep 1. So NPCs have a tiny line. Player have a thicker line. Okay. NPC line is less thick. Alright. Maybe we can change the color too. We can have a variable to represent this color. Here. Target color. Oh, yeah, target color. Okay, make it instance editable. Red for player. I'll expose that on spawn. Maybe we need to think about what happens if player picks up an enemy dropped by if player picks up a weapon dropped by an enemy. But that is a problem for another day. So here, to first select color, same as before. Red for player, and red for enemy as well, but less transparency. Okay. Now it's clearly, you can clearly distinguish what is enemy's line, NPC's line, and what is player's line. Alright, so I think we can stop this episode right here. And thanks for watching. As always, updated project files will be available for download here in the Patreon page. Link would be in the description below. And do let me know if you have any questions in the comments. See you in another episode. Goodbye.